Hi, it's Luke with Out of Darts. Today we are checking out the Dart Zone Max Stryker 2.0. But before we get going, this summer's been just insane, crazy with all the releases. We have over a dozen hobby grade blasters or pro blasters mint and built exactly for us in the hobby. I think that's just amazing, and Dart Zone has been no small part of this move. So we're gonna keep this video real short, 5 minutes or less. Let's get going. This is the Dart Zone Max Stryker 2.0. It is an update or upgrade, depending on how you look at it, of two other blasters. This is the Tomcat, which was a drum-fed short dart blaster that was extremely popular and is a great blaster. And this is the Max Stryker, another fabulous blaster. So it's the 2.0 of this with the dart capability or drum capability of the Tomcat, but it comes with a bonus magwell that is just for short darts. And I just love this because it's the hobby going full circle. Dart Zone puts out the Tomcat, Bobo Innovations makes an adapter to use a standard magwell, and then when Dart Zone makes a new version, they just give us both. You gotta love that. Any company that's actually listening and paying attention to how we're using it, I think is a really great thing to see. This blaster is very versatile. You've got sights up top that you will probably never use. And you do get a P-car included with the blaster. Now, this blaster does not include the bearing scar, but we do carry these on the shop. In our testing, these have performed very, very well, especially since they've got a little bit of an extra barrel extension at the base. Really great little product there. But it includes the P-car, and coming in at $50 in 2024, I think this is a fabulous value. You've got metal barrel, you've got a buffer tube in the back, so you've got a wide range of options there, and you've got really easy spring swaps through the rear of the blaster. Hard to complain with that. We'll be offering springs for this in the future, of course, both to tune up and tune down the blaster. There are a few other mods that are interesting here for me as well. We are working on a barrel collet for up front, so you can replace this with standard Kuryaka or hobby barrels. And then I want to do a magwell that's flared, because while I love that they gave us this magwell, I just feel like there was an opportunity missed here to just make this larger and flare it out so that this is easier to hit. So I'm going to make one that matches the contour of the blaster, and then it will widen out at the base to actually have a bit of flare to make it easier to get that in there. And I think that will make this blaster much more solid for me. And then my only other real complaint about it is this grip. For some reason, and this is just a personal preference, but it feels like a step back. I actually like the Stryker grip or the Tomcat grip better ergonomically. They just feel a little more solid in my hand. I'm not sure if it's the texturing or just the size. I suspect it's the size, because you look at here, it's just a little bit smaller. But this blaster delivers the hits right out of the box. It is a very high performer, and I think is going to be a very popular blaster. Another change I really do like with this blaster is how tight this drum is. On the Tomcat, I really felt like a lot of the times my arm would hit into the drum because the physical size is so big. Now the Tomcat, of course, holds more, but I think it's a good compromise to go a little smaller. Now, I would only use the drum on a sort of scavenging game where I'm going to pick up a lot of darts as I play, or maybe I'm not allowed to use magazines. But otherwise, I think the adapter is the way to go, because you're going to get more capacity readily available to you. One thing I do want to mention about the magwell, and this is a positive, is that this magwell seems to work with all the hobby magazines really well and holds them fine and retains them fine, while the one on the Nexus Pro X doesn't hold Talons or Kodas or Tachi very well. And I don't know if this was just a oversight or what happened, but at the end of the day, this one seems to be a little better overall. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the Stryker 2.0. Do you think this is enough to get you to upgrade if you already have the Stryker and or the Tomcat, or do you just want to collect them all? We certainly do here, it seems. I'm looking forward to doing some mods from this. If you have any other mod requests or things you think we should do, leave us a note down in the comments. Until next time, I'm Out of Darts.